Well, we are officially over with Backlash of 2025. And overall, this entire show was surprisingly really surprising. From the bottom to the top of the card, every match was fun. It was great. Nothing was bad. Everything really delivered. Third year in a row where Backlash delivers and delivers a great show. Before we get into it, remember to hit that like and subscribe button because it helps out the channel. And let's get it over to my overall review. WWE BackLash of 2025. First match we get into is the Fatal 4-Way for the United States Championship with LA Knight, Damian Priest, Drew McIntyre, and Jacob Fatu. And to me, this match was a whole buttloads of fun. I feel like everybody got to look strong. Damian, LA, Jacob, and Drew all got to look strong in this match and get their moments to shine throughout the match. I feel like everyone got to look very good in this match, which was great because they're all great workers, and some people you can float these people around the mid card and the main event scene, so that's great. And some of the spots that they were doing were crazy spots and hard hitting too. It's basically what you expect for these four men to put on an absolute banger of a match. I also loved too in this match too that they were still able, even though they were all feuding, they were also able to continue singles feuds between each other. You know, Drew McIntyre's getting this offense and he's doing this, that, and the other, and it's about to win the United States Championship, and then bam, here comes Damian Priest to pull out the ref, and once again Drew McIntyre gets screwed, and it builds into the everlasting story of Drew McIntyre continuously keep getting screwed out of winning titles or winning matches, and then it creates two of them brawling outside of the room. Damian Priest hitting like a south of heaven Drew McIntyre to a table. That was great for both of them because it really added more fuel to their fight and continuously adding more to the continuation of their feud between both men, so that is great. I'm interested to see more between Damian and Drew. And then you had LA Knight and Jacob. These two have been feuding for months and months. You know, LA Knight trying to get his title back for the third time. And then you have it too where LA Knight's getting this offense once again, but because of Solo's bloodline, he ends up getting screwed over. And then you end up having where we have the debuting of Jeff Cobb. And to me, I haven't seen much of Jeff Cobb. I've seen some highlights, but I know he's interesting and I like that he's on the main roster just because he's like 42. And it's kind of interesting too. Another Backlash or Solo Sikoa ends up bringing new people to his bloodline, which is very interesting. But the interesting fact too is when Jacob saw Jeff, he didn't seem well pleased about it. Even though he goes over, hits his moonsault, gets the win, and retains his title, you can tell Jacob is not very happy with this. And it makes it more interesting that Solo's again trying to take the control of Jacob Fatu. He's using this to get some power over Jacob to kind of keep him in line because he knows the minute Jacob's freely to do his own, he's gonna outshine and outshadow and take over everything Solo's trying to take over. And he's like a Finn Balor. He's jealous and annoyed about this. Even though LA Knight took a loss in this match, I feel like it was great for him just because he still looks strong for someone that could potentially win a Money in the Bank or go up to the main event scene, which he should. It continues the Drew McIntyre and Damian Priest feud. It keeps interesting heat on that feud. You had the new debuting Jeff Cobb, which I was surprised some people even had a reaction. People knew who he was. So everything's looking pretty interesting to continue further on stories throughout the rest of this year. But overall, this Fatal 4-Way match for the US title was a lot of fun. Then we get into Lyra Valkyria versus Becky Lynch for the Women's Intercontinental Championship, and oh my god, you could say the Fatal 4-Way was the match of the night. To me, this was the match of the night. This match was a hard-hitting, technical, great match. Both women, everything on the line for this match. Becky Lynch was the veteran, she has all the stuff, but Lyra Valkyria is new, young, has all that fight, that grit, and is willing to go through everything to win this match. And this match was just so great. From the promos itself, from putting Lyra over, this match really, throughout the match, really got people in tuned and really got Lyra Valkyria over and made into a more credible star. All you people want to say Becky Hogan this, Becky Hogan that, need to shut up because he keeps proving time and time again that she's not Becky Hogan. She's the greatest women's wrestler of all freaking time, and people just got to accept that. But also too, in this match, Becky Lynch was doing some great heel work, trying to do everything as a heel, all the heel tactics, you know, do stuff to Lyra's fiance and all this stuff, was just building on and on with the match. That was just all great, adding that heel work to help Lyra get even more over in the match. I was looking like a star in this match because we all know she's an amazing wrestler, but Becky's also a great in-ring general. She's a great in-ring storyteller, and that's where she thrives, and both of them was just, they have such great chemistry and was thriving together both very well. And even though, and then like you have all these different moments of like, and it was making Lyra look strong too when she was taking the manhandle slams and kicking kicking out all these heel tactics, so you thought, oh, Becky Lynch is actually about to win. And even though she was the more odds-on favorite and more believable, probably gonna win, even though I had Lyra winning, really believed sometimes like, oh, Becky's about to win it, Becky's about to win it. Even though towards the end the match got a bit sloppy, it was still a great match. And it's once again, Lyra was able to outwit Becky and win by the roll-up again for the second time. This match made Lyra look like a star. I don't even know if she maybe got injured in the nose or got poked very badly in the eye or something at the end of it, even though she was barely able to stand up. Her holding that championship high, her looking like she went through a war after she won that match, made Lyra Kyria look like a freaking star. And I am so happy for this match because I'm a big fan of Lyra and a fan of Becky, and this made both women look amazing and made this IC title feel so much more important from this feud alone and this match alone. But also too, this ending leaves it open-ended. It leaves so much more for like a returning Bayley, Becky Lynch to come back because she tagged Lyra after the match. There's so many more directions you can go with this feud and this story, so it leaves everything for more interesting things to come. But overall, this match was amazing. I think it's match of the night. It's crazy. We had a great match of a women's triple threat at WrestleMania. Now you have this amazing women's match here at Backlash. This was absolutely amazing. But congrats to Lyra Kyria for retaining her Intercontinental Champions. Then we get to Dominic Mysterio versus Penta for the men's Intercontinental Championship, and to me this match was a lot of fun. It's probably the most lowest match of the entire night, just because we've already seen this match on Monday Night Raw. Doesn't stop it from it being a good match. We know Penta's a great in-ring worker. Dom was in his bag tonight of matches, even though I don't like Oblivion. Him hitting an Oblivion to homage to Liv Morgan, now I thought that was great. Since they're pairing, you freaking had freaking Dom out here hitting freaking suicide dive, tornado DDTs out here, looking great as ever, hitting great frog splashes, and doing freaking Canadian destroyers on the apron. Amazing work. And also Dom just getting over and more over. I wouldn't be surprised if later this year he ends up becoming a babyface or a tweener, because people are starting to realize how great Dominic Mysterio is. And this was just a whole bunch of fun. It's just a great match overall between two great wrestlers, and this match to me was a lot of fun, and I really came out of it really enjoying it. But definitely we have to get to the ending part though. Penta's getting momentum and it looks like he's about to win the match. You had it where Carlito comes out distracting the ref, and you have JD holding Penta. Instead of Finn going to hit Penta, he's like, oh, let me go grab a steel chair, and wasting all this time. So the ref sees Finn about to hit Penta with the chair, and that's the whole thing of leading of the match, where, you know, Finn was trying to cost Dom the title, and it didn't end up working out because we had a Grande Americano come in with his steel headbutt to save the day and hit him and help first protect Penta so he doesn't take a clean loss, and then to help Dom retain his title, which is I'm so happy because Dom should get a good reign with this title because I love Dominic Mysterio. Dominic Mysterio is great and he should get a good long reign with this title, and we just started cooking up with his title reign, so he needs to keep it. So this was overall was great, but you saw too when Dom was celebrating, calling himself the greatest Intercontinental Champion. You saw Finn staring at that title. Finn is a jealous hater. Finn in his battle is one of the biggest haters. He could never want to be happy for his homies. All he wants to do is hate, and be jealous all the time because it's not him. And so overall, Finn Balor, you're just a hater because we're enjoying the time of the great Intercontinental Championship, Dominic Mysterio. But overall, Penta versus Dominic Mysterio for the Intercontinental Championship, still a fun and good match. Then we get to Pat McAfee versus Gunther. And to me, actually, I didn't have high expectations for this match. I was just kind of going in for whatever because I thought Pat McAfee was just going to get his butt whooped. But to me, this match was surprisingly a lot of fun. Even though I personally wish Gunther really would have beaten more off the breaks of Pat McAfee to really, because how they were presenting and how Gunther was in his promos, I still feel like this match really got over the meaning. Even if the meaning of stand up to the bullies, even if they may be bigger or stronger or more dangerous or scary, stand up to them, and even though you might get your butt kicked, you're still gonna fight through it and do what you can. And there was many times do you really believe to win this match. First off, Gunther freaking made Pat McAfee be rad as heck. He was giving him some deadly chops, boots, lariats, all this type of stuff. But also too, there was some times in this match you really thought Pat McAfee was actually about to win. One time when he got the sleeper because of the whole Jey Uso stuff at WrestleMania. The one time, you know, Gunther was trying to hit the suplex and Pat McAfee fell over Gunther. You know, Michael Cole was also holding his foot down, and you really thought, oh my god, Gunther's actually about to lose, Pat McAfee's actually about to win the match. But no, and it ends up where Gunther ends up winning and beating the crap crap out of him. I thought this overall did what it needed to do. It got the crowd very invested. It was a fun little tied end of a match, just a one-time match, a one-time feud. That it all really worked out well. And Gunther looked dominant, got some good heel heat back on him again, and made him look strong, even if it was just a one little fun-off silly type of match. I thought it did its purpose, and Pat McAfee was able to make it look well, look great. It all just worked out very well in the end. And in terms of Gunther, what is really next for Gunther? Because Gunther's in this weird state right now where he doesn't really have any course of direction because he's been champion the majority of his career. So I'm kind of really interested to see what is next for Gunther. But overall, congrats Gunther getting the win over Pat McAfee in a surprisingly fun match. Then we get into John Cena versus Randy Orton for the undisputed WWE Championship. And to me, this match was actually surprisingly a lot of fun. I recently rewatched their matches. A lot of their matches have not been that good at all. But this match was so much freaking fun. This match was actually a lot of fun, very entertaining, and I had a fun time with this match. I thought great from nostalgia points of hitting like trying to hit the Attitude Adjustment, hitting the RKO, them both trying to hit each other's moves, or them mocking each other. Pacing of the match was great, really got the crowd into it. It being in St. Louis or Randy Orton's hometown. All of it was just great and building up. Even though you could say maybe there was too many ref bumps or too many shenanigans, even though which was a bit of a much and whatever. But I think there was an audible in this match too, when John Cena didn't go through the table, kind of scraped his back through the announce table, kind of had it where they brought out another table and then Randy Orton put him through the table. I think that was maybe been an audible because the announce table didn't go through because these new announce tables are so freaking sturdy now. But either way, that was great. Even though like you had way too many ref bumps and too interesting though, there was some close calls where you could believe that either person was gonna win. There was still too many ref bumps. Even though we could say there's maybe a bit of too many ref bumps, but I still thought they were alright. And even though it was kind of weird when you literally had one ref that was knocked down for the longest time, the second ref comes in, gets taken out, and you all come in and check on him. I'm like, at this point, Nick Aldis, you gotta lace up the boots because you had Crash Out Randy getting super irritated, super upset because he's like, I would have had the win. Like, yeah, but the ref was down, so freaking RKOing this person, RKOing that person. It's freaking going to absolute crash out of RKOs. Nick Aldis just gotta lace up them boots and just gotta wrestle this man at this point because it's like the third RKO we've taken from Randy Orton. Overall, with this match, it was so much fun. I did not expect this match to be as fun as it was and enjoy as much as we've seen in those past matches. And everything about this match was just a whole but load of fun and just interesting, crazy spots, crazy moments. This really did a great really took over the match and outshined the WrestleMania match. This was so much better than the WrestleMania match. But we have to get to the moment where Randy Orton's about to punt kick the head off of John Cena, and here comes R-Truth. And so many people were irritated like this. Oh, this is worse than the Travis Scott spot. Why they're doing this? Why they're not? I'm like, bro, they freaking told about this spot for months. The past couple weeks on SmackDown, they've been booting it. R-Truth is the only person who still believes that John Cena is this good guy. We've seen that R-Truth believes that John Cena is still this good guy. He's his hero. We've seen this for the past decade of R-Truth saying that John Cena is his hero. So him coming in, making the reason why Randy Orton lost by John Cena capitalizing, hitting the low blow, and then getting the victory win, and then you end up seeing the post show him taking out R-Truth. We're probably going to get a match out of it, which I'm not mad about. It's probably going to be a one little fun off little match, but it all makes sense story-wise because we all knew there was going to be interruption. I would rather take this than Travis Scott. It helps protect Randy Orton, continue John Cena's heel reign because we all know that John Cena is still going to be a heel and there's going to be shenanigans because if you didn't think there was going to be shenanigans, you're just stupid. But I feel like it all made sense because of the sense of R-Truth and John Cena. It was the last time between John Cena and Randy Orton. He really nailed it out the park. But overall, Backlash was a lot of fun. It was a great show from top to bottom. I feel like every single match was great. I think Becky Lynch versus Lyra Valkyria, the match of the night, because those women freaking killed it out there. But let me know down in the comments, what was your favorite match of the night and your least favorite match of the night? Let me know down in the comments. Hit that like and subscribe button. The wait and see is what is next for the aftermath of Backlash.